इसको भाई
Watch out!
नहीं 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 लड़ लो.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to a brand new video. So in this game I'm playing here with my buddy, and it's been a bit of a slow start. We haven't really gotten any action, but it's gonna get pretty action packed here real soon. Oh, and before I forget, in this game we run into the single most scariest, most deadly bot that I've ever come against. But hey, all of that is gonna come up here in a little bit, but for now we're looking for our first customers.
Yep, आवाज आ गई.
Alright, so we are finally off the mark, and you know, it's been a bit of a slow start, but we'll take what we can get, and we'll go from here. So at this point, we're pretty much driving around looking for people, and this squad here definitely caught us off guard.
Grenade.
Alright, here, so my buddy was thankfully able to somehow pull off a 1 HP clutch, and the dream is still on. So we're just over here pretty much healing up and boosting up, and we haven't really gotten very far, and we hear another car heading straight for us. Alright, so he ends up getting our buddy with the car, but I've already got a bunch of shots on him, so I know it's going to be a pretty easy clear. Not only that, he's stuck under the hill, and that is a really bad place to be. So positional advantage is a real important thing here in PUBG, and as soon as he went down that hill, I just knew that I had that height advantage on him, which would make it really, really hard for him to survive that. Alright, so we're back on track, or rather I should say the grass. But at this point, we're just going from hotspot to hotspot. You notice we just passed by school and the apartments, and we're just looking for action, because that's just how we enjoy playing the game. We're not playing for rank, we're not playing for KD, we're just a bunch of honest, humble guys looking to do a hard day's work and just kill a couple of people here in PUBG Mobile. We also saw a drop up here, right up ahead, which is what we're kind of chasing down, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, so you'll notice I've got an M24 in my hand, and hey, look, bolt action rifles are something that I've worked a lot on, but hey, I still have a long way to go on my sniping game. Alright, so at this point I am really quite tremendously unhappy, because not only have I missed all of my sniping shots, we've also not managed to blow up their car, and you could see it was smoking and it really only needed a couple of more bullets, but we really weren't able to get the job done. So now we're just going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. We're going to get in our car, we're going to go and have a look.
पुश कर यार नहीं है बस सही है
Alright, so we did manage to get the job done, but that could have turned ugly real quick. The plan was not to stop there necessarily right in front of them, but they did blow the tire and the Dacia rolled out of control and we had no other option. So, moving on, at this point I hear another buggy in the distance. I immediately pop out, but it turns out that the buggy keeps going, so we're going to go and investigate and see what's going on here.
गाड़ी चेंज कर रहे हैं, are you sure? गाड़ी
Alright, finally I got one of those bolt action rifle shots to get working. Hey, I don't always get them right, but when I do, I make sure I'm using an AWM.
चलो
Alright, so pushing on forward, we hear a couple of shots up here. We're not really sure what's going on, but we're definitely getting shot at.
बिल्कुल मुंह पे मारना था उसके
Holy Lord, PP Bison. Now listen, if you're getting sprayed down at that sort of range from somebody using a PP Bison, man, you know you're in trouble. I mean, wow. Anyways, I'm anticipating a push here, and one way to deal with the push is to pretty much try and stop it. Alright, so at this point I could have gone for a heal, but I knew the push was coming, and the best thing to do here was to just stop it before it even began. It's sort of like a chess game. If you already know their move, then you can already prepare for it. Alright, so we've already knocked one of their buddies. The other guy is behind that tiny thin sliver of a rock. He's in a bad position right now. I tell my buddy on my right to keep him under pressure, and I'm going to be pushing left. At this point, I throw a grenade, I cook it a little bit, and I'm pretty damn sure that's going to get him smack dab in the face, but I don't know why he doesn't get him. Anyways, though, we do end up getting the clear on him, and we're moving forward.
बस सही है अब चला जा नहीं घरों पे मार देना वैसे ही
Alright, so at this point we're pretty much rotating into one of the last zones and also the last compounds in the last zone. There was also a flare drop that was called here, which is kind of why we're here. Even though we've got limited visibility, we were pretty sure that this is the only place that the guys would be at. Alright, so we spot a guy here. I'm hard scoping on him. I'm really not focusing, and alright, so we do manage to get a tag on him, and the other guy is just inside. Man, that is a rough partner to have, because he does not budge at all. Alright, meanwhile we get rushed by another squad. Alright, so we get rid of that squad. My buddy's knocked, and he's immediately yelling at me, telling me to make sure that that guy in the cubby does not leave, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. You notice how my buddy's crawling to me, I'm healing, and simultaneously I've got an overlook on that entire doorway. Look at that, his buddy's crawling to him. I've got to say that this partner is not the kind of partner you want to be. Don't be that guy. So his partner had a lot of options here. He could have smoked up, he could have, he could have moved himself, he could have done a lot of things to try and save his partner, but he really didn't do any of that. At this point, we're just going to try and flush him out through grenades. My grenade game isn't necessarily my best, but we finally, after, what do you say, third grenade lucky, I want to say. Boom.
Deserve करता था गाड़ी
Alright, so we've just pretty much got done looting the other guys, and we hear a car, and I make a fatal mistake. This is one of those things where... Alright, so this is one of those things where greed will get you in trouble, and I really just wanted to catch them before they had a chance to pop out of the car, which is what got me in a lot of trouble. Anyways, I'm keeping an overlook here on the right. We knocked one and they knocked one, so I immediately tell my buddy to come and give me a hand here. And as soon as he picks me up, I tell him to go and stand on the left-hand side. So at this point, I'm keeping an outlook here on the right, pretty much taking a TPP, and I tell him to stay there on the left, and then I decide to go forward and help him there. Now at this point, my buddy makes the same exact mistake that I do. So from here, we both decide to push towards the right edge of this container, but then the plan here was we will go back in cover. But my partner instead goes forward and right. Now what's happening here is basically, and I made the same exact mistake 2 seconds ago, so who am I to be talking, but you get a little peek at your enemy and you pretty much get lured in. The greed takes over and you think, hey, I got this. But what you fail to realize at this point is that right behind that white cubby there's 2 little unfriendly guys just waiting for you with an entire overview of you coming towards them. So pro tip, as long as you've got hard cover between you and your enemies, you might not be able to kill them, but they will most probably not be able to kill you either. So, at this point, when my buddy charges in, he's got very little chance of survival.
दोनों जिंदा है। एक कभी के अंदर है, गाड़ी के पीछे, कभी के अंदर है, कभी के अंदर है, कभी के अंदर है। रहने दे, रहने दे, पीछे आजा, पीछे।
Alright, so we do manage to win that, but holy crap, that bot, not only did he get a headshot on me, he also got a headshot on my buddy. Look at how much life we both have. And at this point, he's not done yet. Wow. Well done, PUBG. Well done. Man, that is the scariest bot that I've come across in all my time. So we're just over here, pretty much just boosting up. We're in the center of the zone, and we've got a lot of hard cover, so we're not really going anywhere. But right around this time, you want to get ready, because I decide to put that AWM to good use. At this point, I immediately tell my buddy to get in a car so that we can push them. Wow. So, guys, ladies and gentlemen, if your buddy gets knocked out by an AWM, please don't peek. Don't do it. I know it's hard, but you don't want to peek when you know your opponent has an AWM. And with that, we have come to the end of this video. I had a lot of fun making this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you've made it so far, consider smashing that like button, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already to stay in touch with all of my latest content. My name is Mandarkk. I'll see you guys in the next video.